Hello everyone, welcome to Mo's Kitchen. Today we're going to make Fiesta rice. This is a great way to add a lot of different flavors and a lot of new ingredients to your rice and a great way to experiment. This tastes really good. Anyways, let's get started. Okay, so I've got just under a pound of chicken here and I've got some vegetable oil in the pan. I'm going to season with salt and pepper. I usually do season with paprika. In this case, I just don't really want to. You can if you'd like, but it's a rice dish, so it is optional. And normally it's supposed to be a little bit hotter than this. You're supposed to get that golden sear, but considering it's rice, we're going to boil it. It isn't the biggest deal in the world right now. Okay, this is more of the heat I was talking about. Now, you wanted to do this for about 4 or 5 minutes or until the chicken is fully cooked. You can tell when it's white all around it is fully cooked. If you want, you can brown it all, but you might overcook it, so just be careful. And if you're really worried that, even though we're going to cook this for 5 minutes, then we're going to boil it in water and you still think it might be raw, before you add in your water, just take a chicken and slice it open. If it's white in the middle, you're good to go. Let all your fears rest. So just give it an occasional stir so you can cook it on every side. There, that's much better. That's what you want to see. It looks different because I turned on my light. It's a bit dark in my kitchen. So I'm going to add in my onions. Got about half an onion. Then add in some red and some green bell peppers. I love adding those. If you got celery or carrots cooking around, just add it in. The more the merrier. If you don't have it, that's okay. I'm adding carrots this time. It's a fiesta, guys. Add whatever. I like to add an asparagus. Garlic will go in here. You can put cheese if you want, but that'll be near the end. So we're going to go some more salt and pepper just to encourage browning. And you want to cook this down for maybe another, 5 to maybe even 10 minutes if you want it to get nice and translucent. Or you could even brown it if you've got the patience. Just be stirring occasionally and keep an eye on it so it doesn't burn. This is still on medium heat. This is an optional ingredient, but it's a great one. Here I've got saffron, the most expensive food in the world, at $1,000 a pound. Only got to add a little bit. Microwave the water first and then place it in there. It'll kind of perfume the water and take on a bit of color. That's what you're going to want to see. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Now let's invite some pepper flakes to the party. There we go. Got about a teaspoon or so. If you don't like it, you don't have to add it. This is an optional one. It's a bit spicy. Give it a nice stir. Then we're going to add in our garlic. And you can cook it for another couple of minutes, either until it gets golden, translucent, or until it just browns. It's all up to you. Just keep your eye on it. So you're going to give it a stir. And thereon afterwards, you're going to add your rice. Make sure you wash it first. You can use any rice you want. I'm using long grain white rice. If you're going to use brown rice, you might need to add more water or adjust the cook time, but it's all up to you. So it's washed, and I kind of kept it aside. It's in chunks. So you're going to stir it. And really, you're going to do it for maybe 2 to 3 minutes. You want the oil to kind of coat everything. As you're seeing it, you can tell mine's getting oil just on it, and then you want to kind of cook it a bit. It really brings out a flavor. Whenever you add oil or butter or bacon drippings or some kind of fat, it makes it a rice pilaf. If you don't add that, it just makes it regular rice. I feel this way gives it more flavor, and so do a lot of people. Now I'm going to add in my cooking liquid. Half of it's going to be chicken broth, the other half is going to be water with the saffron in it. You could use all chicken broth if you want, it's up to you, but I just don't feel like it right now, so add it in. You want to simmer it on just about medium-low until the rice kind of reaches the water and you can see it. And I'll kind of go into more detail about that in a second. And hey, if you want to add some dry herbs, go ahead. I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of dried tarragon. Add anything you want, guys. This is a fiesta. Feel free to add in whatever you want. You don't have to follow my recipe exactly. This is just an idea. In fact, you don't have to follow half my recipes. You can adjust stuff. If you don't have one little thing kicking around, don't go nuts. Just cook without it. Unless it's a steak dish and you don't have the steak. That's different. So you see the water simmering away, you can kind of start seeing the rice above the water. Well, you could if you were actually doing it in real life. In my video, it's a bit different. But if you stir your food around, you'll notice that you can see a lot of bigger the portions coming up and above the water. That's when you know it's ready. To lid up and put it on your lowest setting and cook it for 10 minutes and then let it rest for another 10 minutes. And it's finally done. That 10-minute resting period did more than you think. So stir it around a bit, but do yourself a favor. Do not use a spatula. Heck, forks will do a lot better than this. And if you've got any bay leaves in there, just remove them. There we go. So give it a quick stir. And you'll notice I should have used a much bigger pan, but oh well, it's too late for that. You'd think it's not a big deal, but watch what I do next. It's not a fiesta without corn, beans, and some green onions, is it? So I dropped a bit. Now don't worry, if you keep stirring and stirring, you'll eventually mix it all together. It's actually a lot easier than you think. Just keep going. And there we go, everyone. That's our fiesta rice. Bonus point if you used any cheese, salsa, or even sour cream on top. I didn't, but it's still good. I hope you enjoyed the recipe, and I hope you all give it a try. Visit my website, mos-kitchen.blogspot.ca for everything. And as always, guys, enjoy.